They thought he was nothing, a suspicious face, an unworthy passenger who didn't look like someone who belonged in first class. In front of 200 staring eyes and dozens of recording phones, they mocked him, interrogated him, and tried to strip him of every ounce of dignity he carried. But as the gate agents pushed harder and security closed in, the calm man they tried to embarrass was quietly preparing a revelation that would shatter their careers and expose the truth they never imagined. Gate 29 had seen its share of morning chaos, but nothing like what was about to unfold. Draven Holt arrived with quiet purpose, his expression unreadable as he approached the first-class lane. His boarding pass displayed seat 1A, purchased without hesitation, yet the gate agent stared at him as if he were trying to sneak into a forbidden world. Marissa Clark stepped forward, chin raised, voice sharpened for performance. "Sir, that line is for verified first-class travelers only." Her tone didn't question his ticket, only his right to possess one. Conversations around them slowed. A businessman nudged his wife. A teenager lifted her phone. The humiliation began before Draven even replied. He held out the boarding pass. "I am in the correct line." Marissa didn't glance at it. "These seats aren't accessible to everyone. I need to make sure you're not attempting an upgrade you didn't pay for." A few passengers snickered. Draven felt the sting of their assumptions, but his expression remained carved from stone. He had endured far worse than this. Still, he lifted his phone slightly, angling the camera to record. Every word, every sneer, every insult. "Hand over your ID, credit card, proof of purchase," Marissa demanded. Her voice rose deliberately, inviting the audience to enjoy the spectacle. Draven didn't move. "You're asking for documentation you haven't requested from anyone else. That's because no one else raised suspicion," she shot back. The crowd murmured, some in agreement, others in discomfort. Moments later, Supervisor Elena Foster arrived, irritation radiating off her. "What's the problem?" Marissa answered before Draven could speak. "Suspicious first-class attempt. Doesn't match the profile." Elena's eyes swept him from head to toe with cold scrutiny. "Sir, step aside." He did not. Phones multiplied. A man in a baseball cap had already started live streaming. "This guy's getting grilled for trying to board first class. You won't believe this." Draven's phone buzzed. He silenced it. "Not yet." "Empty your pockets," Elena ordered. "On what grounds?" "On grounds that I said so." Security Officer Kane Mercer arrived next, posture rigid, trying to look authoritative. "Sir, comply with the supervisor. If you cause problems, we escalate." Draven met his eyes calmly. "I'm cooperating. I'm documenting." That single sentence shifted the air. The officer hesitated. Marissa did not. "You're delaying the flight. Either prove you belong in first class or move." Her words were dripping judgment. Draven slowly opened his wallet, laying out several premium cards, driver's license, and a sleek black identification card that made Officer Mercer frown. "Where did you get this?" Mercer asked. "It was issued to me," Draven replied. Elena snatched it. "Anyone can print fancy cards online." The live streamer gasped dramatically. "Y'all, this is bad. They're not listening to anything he says." 3 first-class passengers walked past without a single question asked. The contrast pierced the room. Elena radioed loudly. "Requesting regional management. We may have an attempted fraud." Tension thickened. Every second fed the humiliation. Draven checked his phone again. A single message awaited. "Ready for your signal." He typed 2 words. "Stand by." Regional Manager Paul Rennings arrived with corporate swagger. "Let's resolve this quickly." Marissa repeated her accusation with new confidence. "He refuses to show adequate proof." Paul extended his hand. "Ticket receipt, payment verification, anything." Draven quietly opened his leather portfolio, pulling out a sealed folder. "Here is your verification." Paul skimmed the first page, and his breath collapsed. "No, this can't be real." Officer Mercer leaned in, his eyes widened. Elena grabbed a folder next. Impossible! Her voice broke. Marissa ripped the papers from Elena, ready to dismiss them. She read the header aloud, voice trembling. Draven Holt, Chief Executive Officer, Aris Aviation Group. The gate fell silent. The livestream exploded. Comments flew faster than the man could read them. He owns the airline. They're done. This is the wildest twist ever. Paul staggered. Mr. Holt, I didn't know. You didn't ask, Draven replied. Elena tried to regain control. Sir, we can resolve this quietly. Nothing will be quiet, Draven interrupted, voice sharp and steady. Everything has been documented. Everything continues publicly. He tapped his phone. Execute Protocol 0. Officer Mercer's radio crackled, corporate headquarters calling him. A voice thundered through. Do not interfere. Full cooperation with CEO Holt. Marissa's legs buckled. Draven stepped forward slightly, addressing all three employees. You profiled me, humiliated me, and escalated without cause. You turned a simple boarding process into a public interrogation. He let silence fill the space. And you did it with confidence because you assumed I had no power. Paul whispered, Sir, how do you want to proceed? Draven looked directly into every camera pointed at him. Proceed? We've already begun. He dialed a number, placing the call on speaker. This is Holt. Initiate corporate sweep. All gate staff involved in this breach are relieved pending investigation. Yes, sir. Immediate action. Elena's face collapsed. Marissa began shaking uncontrollably. Mercer swallowed hard. Draven finally moved toward the first-class lane, his rightful place from the beginning. Before boarding, he turned back to the crowd. Let today serve as a reminder. Dignity is not granted by appearance, and humiliation carries consequences. He scanned the sea of phones, and every witness here just became part of the record. Then he boarded, calm, unshaken, exactly where he always belonged.